This is a short follow-up video to my previous two videos on the new Path of Exile skill, Petrified Blood. I've been meaning to make this video for a week now, but I've just been enjoying playing the new league and haven't wanted to spend my free time doing much else. Now that we know all of the quality bonuses and Labyrinth enchantments for Petrified Blood, I figured I'd chime in with my thoughts on those. In my opinion, the only interesting new development is the Anomalous version of the gem. With Anomalous Petrified Blood, a higher proportion of life is lost over time instead of instantly. However, Anomalous Petrified Blood also significantly amplifies the over-time life loss. Here is a comparison between a 2020 Superior Petrified Blood and a 2020 Anomalous Petrified Blood. The Superior gem delays 40% of life loss from hit damage, applying 76% of the delayed life loss over the next 4 seconds. On the other hand, Anomalous Petrified Blood delays 45% of life loss, applying 141% of that life loss over the next 4 seconds. Let's compare the two gems using the examples from the last video. Let's revisit this scenario, where 500 damage is taken from a hit. With the Superior Petrified Blood gem, 40% of the life loss is delayed, meaning you immediately lose 60% of 500 life, which is 300 life. As for the 200 life loss that is delayed, 76% of 200 is 152, so you only lose 152 life over the next 4 seconds. After all is said and done, a total of 452 life has been lost, which is a 10% reduction from the 500 life that would have been lost without Petrified Blood. Let's swap that out for an Anomalous Petrified Blood gem. Now, 45% of life loss is delayed, so you immediately lose only 55% of 500 life, which is 275 life. As for the remaining 225 life, 141% of that is 317 life, which is then lost over the next 4 seconds. Altogether, you lose 592 life, which is an 18% increase over the life loss without Petrified Blood, and a 31% increase over the Superior Petrified Blood gem. Here is a side-by-side comparison. The Anomalous gem gives slightly more one-shot protection than the default gem, but at a significant cost. The life loss over time is more than twice as strong, and altogether you actually end up losing more life than you would without having Petrified Blood at all. To help reinforce this concept, let's go back to this example, demonstrating the largest damage that you can take from a hit while at 1000 life and still survive. With a default Petrified Blood gem, you can take a hit dealing up to 1665 damage, which is a 67% increase over the 999 damage that can be sustained normally. With Anomalous Petrified Blood, that goes up to 1816 damage. That's a 9% increase in one-shot protection over regular Petrified Blood, and an 82% increase over having 50% life without Petrified Blood at all. However, I don't want to understate how much stronger the life loss over time effect is. This 1152 damage, taken over 4 seconds, comes out to 288 life lost per second, which is over 14% of maximum life per second, and that's from a single hit. Theoretically, taking many hits in a short period of time can stack this degen up to overwhelming levels. I can imagine the Anomalous version of the gem being preferable only if you have obscene amounts of recovery per second, for example on an Indigon Pathfinder build, or perhaps a Vol Pact build that cranks up its leech cap and gets generic life recovery rate modifiers. Even still, don't underestimate the degen. Even if you can sustain it, it's important to consider how much you're gaining from the extra 5% life loss delay on Anomalous Petrified Blood. There may be less costly ways to improve your effective HP versus a one-shot. Keep in mind that quality can go above 20%. The most obvious way to get a significant amount of extra quality on any active skill gem is to use the Enhance support. A level 4 Enhance will improve quality from 20% to 44%. Here is what a 44% quality Anomalous Petrified Blood looks like. There are ways to further boost quality to pretty crazy amounts, the details of which I won't get into here. However, just for fun, here's what an 80% quality Anomalous Petrified Blood would look like. I won't do any actual math for these, but I will say that you're probably playing with fire if you're using them. In a Reddit comment about my last video, Mark said that this third video would be inevitable once the alternate quality bonuses and Labyrinth enchantments were known. I assumed that meant the quality bonuses and enchantments would shake things up quite a bit. The Anomalous gem certainly does shake things up a bit, but as far as I could see, that's the only thing that warrants a video. Mark seemed to hint that there could be other things known after launch that would be worth highlighting in this video, but as of right now, I'm not sure what those would be. Granted, I haven't actually looked too much into all the new stuff added this league, so I might be missing some interactions. Then again, it could just be Mark being mysterious or messing with me. My next mechanics video will be about leech mechanics. No promises on when that will be out. I've begun writing a script for it, and I'm now realizing just how long it's going to take to explain leech in as much detail as I would like. Also, I'm just having fun playing the new league. I've been playing an Exsanguinate Deadeye and really enjoying it so far. I might make a video showcasing the build if it turns out well in the endgame. As always, feel free to ask any mechanical questions in the comments, or request videos about other game mechanics. After the upcoming leash video, other things on my list include conversion mechanics and ailment calculations, but I'm happy to pivot if I get enough interest in something else. Thanks for watching.